Well, it's good to be back with you as we bring my camera up and we move this over to this spot right here, and now we can see each other. Hey, it's time for the Jesse T Show. A little bit late today, but we had a lot of stuff to get through, a lot of technical stuff, and good to have you along with me, Jesse T, and we're back on a wild Monday. We call it $1 Million Money Making Monday, and the reason why we call it $1 Million Money Making Monday is because this is the day that we make millions and millions of dollars, at least teach you how to make millions and millions and millions of dollars. That's the goal here. You know, we always want to try to help you make a little bit more money than what you're making right now. Because if you make more money, then what happens is everybody around you is a little bit happier. Your family is happier. Your friends are happier. Your pocketbook is happier. The IRS is happier. The State of California Fair Franchise Tax Board is happier. Everybody is just downright happier when we make more money. Hey, got Luis De Stefano coming up here. He wants to check in and get on live with us, so we'll do that a little bit later. So hang in there, my friend, and start chiming in right now at facebook.com/Jesse Torrero. Let's start doing that and start making that happen as we start pushing the right buttons here and getting ourselves back on the air on all of our social media TV network sites. I'm going to name them off. A lot of people always ask me, Jesse T, what are all the places that we can check you out at? And so I'm going to tell you a couple of them. I'm not going to name all of them right now, but I will certainly tell you a few of them. First off, you can always go to our podcast site. We are podcasting live right now on YouTube, Jesse Torrero, and we want you to check that out there. It is broadcasting live now, but it turns into a podcast, so you can access it anytime at YouTube, Jesse Torrero. Subscribe, please, and become a member. It's free. We've got some goodies coming along with that. In fact, tomorrow we're going to be picking somebody to go to the Oscars with me. That's right. As we broadcast live from the Oscars, we're going to be having a great time over there in Hollywood, and then we're going to drop over to the pre-Oscar party at the Hollywood Palladium. Hasn't been there in over 65 years. Wow, it is absolutely gorgeous. I went over there and saw what they're doing. It's going to be fantastic on February 24th, this Sunday coming up. We're going to be broadcasting sporadically from the Oscars over there on Hollywood Boulevard, and then on Sunset we'll be going over to the Hollywood Palladium and broadcasting from there live sporadically, and then continuously when the red carpet starts we'll be on non-stop, wall-to-wall action, as they used to say. Saying hi to Gwen Legge. Good to have you along with us, Glenn. And we are going to be then, of course, going into the Hollywood Palladium so that we can watch the Oscars with all the stars that are not at the Oscars sitting there, because the only ones that are allowed to be there at the Oscars are the ones that are being nominated, or of course their crews, the directors, the producers, family members. Those are all the people that are on the front row or the floor seats of the Oscar presentation. All those people were there because they were nominated for an award, and so they're all there. And if you're not nominated and you can't really go because there's limited seats, occasionally they'll let some superstars in there, but not too many often, because there are so many great stars that are up for the Oscars, Best Actor, Best Actress, all of this kind of stuff. So we, of course, are going to have about 300 stars at the Hollywood Palladium coming down the red carpet, and we're going to be talking to all of them. And then as we watch the party, they're going to present us with a nice meal inside the Hollywood Palladium, then we are going to then go to the after party at the Hollywood Palladium after some of the stars win the nominees. I think we've got about 20 nominees and maybe Oscar winners coming back to the Hollywood Palladium to walk the red carpet, because there's a huge after party and it's going to be a great time. We're going to be broadcasting that live too as well, and as well as the after party. Dan the Man's going to be out there with me, and I've got my cameraman lined up, Jesse Andrew, and we are going to be picking somebody tomorrow who's going to be going to this whole presentation with us here. It's an all-day affair, so they're going to really get a chance to be kind of behind the scenes with us and participate in our show and our presentation to you live. And so we're looking forward to that. It'll be one great experience for somebody who does win. And the only way you could win is become a member or a subscriber on YouTube Jesse Torrero. So that's one of the first great things we're going to be doing this year. And we certainly want you to subscribe and become a member, because we've got a lot of great things in store for you this year that only members and subscribers can participate in. It is free too. Got to say hi to our sponsor, Win, a real estate loan and notary firm in Burbank, California. They sponsor the Jesse T Show, and we always have to say hello to our sponsors. They're a terrific real estate firm. They've been around for many decades and sold thousands and thousands of properties and helped thousands and thousands of buyers and sellers make their real estate dreams come true. And you know, about 90% of all the millionaires in America come from real estate investment. Yeah, it really is. It still holds true. Of course, you got the fancy guys, you know, like the Elon Musks and these kind of guys that get all the articles in the newspaper and the TV coverage and all the internet coverage. But about 90% of your millionaires come from real estate investment over a period of time. So we want to help. They want to help you get along with that and participate like so many others have. They also do loans there, private money loans, hard money loans, as well as loans for conventional, non-conventional, VA, FHA loans. And they can just about find you a loan for any kind of property you want to build, buy, develop, whatever. They've got commercial loans, SBA loans, as well as development loans, land purchase loans. That comes from private money sources. So check them out. And they have a full notary department too for notary services like loan signing, and they are traveling notaries as well. So that's win-win-win. And they are win-win-win out of Burbank, real estate, loan, and notary firm. You can catch them at 800-684-8699. 800-684-8699. They sponsor the Jesse T Show, and you can also catch them on their website as well at www.mrsoldjesset.com. Yes, it's $1 Million Money Making Monday. We got a big show lined up for you right now, so we want to jump into that. Hopefully everybody can hear me nice and loud and clear. I hope so, and if you can't, please let me know. People are starting to chime in here on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, so it's good to have you along with us. And so let's get right into it, because I've got some great things I wanted to talk about today. We've been following a lot of trends this last week, since last Monday, and of course, being 2019, it's time to make some money. So first, we're going to talk about real estate. Of course, I've been a real estate broker myself for about 40 years, and a loan specialist and a notary, California Public Notary, Notary Public. So we can help you there in that regard. And something I wanted to talk about, which I think is really interesting, because a lot of folks don't have a lot of money to invest, but one of the ways you can take a limited amount of funds and invest, and of course, if you are also selling a property that you don't live in, and you don't want to get hit with capital gains, and the state of California capital gains as well as the IRS, you have to do what's called a 1031 tax exchange, or you can turn that money over to an REIT, a real estate investment trust. Okay, and what it is, these large companies, what they do is they pool funds from a lot of different sources, and they buy thousands and thousands of real estate properties around America. It's not just stuck into any one type of real estate adventure. They buy apartment complexes and commercial units They buy land development projects. They buy warehouses, industrial, anything that makes money for a good return of investment for you. So REITs are known as, and you can dump some money into that and earn a monthly dividend, a monthly fee for that. The more you put in, the larger that monthly return is going to be. But it's kind of cool because it's like a savings account that never stops growing, because as equity goes up, your dividends go up. So that's kind of how that works. And with many of them, some of the rules vary from REITs to REITs, but that's the basic idea. So this is a good way for people who don't necessarily want to pay a lot of capital gains tax to the IRS, as well as state tax. And here in California, one of the highest taxes states in the United States of America, man. Just unbelievable. You know, hundreds of thousands of people left California last year just because of what it's doing in terms of business and state taxes, and they're just jamming it right through your heart like a stake through a vampire. They are just sticking everybody here in California. Tens of thousands of major corporations have left California for greener pastures somewhere else, the states that have no tax. But that's a whole nother monologue that we can talk about at another time. But REITs are really good for those that want to hide some capital gains and want to tax defer that for later on. If you don't want to buy another property and have to self-manage or whatever, and deal with those headaches, you can do an REIT. So that's real cool. So that's something I wanted to chat about. A lot of folks don't know that in that respect. So now one of the other things that I wanted to talk about here was, of course, how to buy property. There's lots of ways to buy property. You really don't need too much. You really only need 3% to 3.5% down of any price range that you buy in for a single-family house. We're talking specifically about that. When you start talking commercial and industrial, you have to have a considerably more money down, sometimes 30% down in many cases. But when you're buying a single-family house, condo or townhouse, you don't necessarily need to have a lot of money down. Now, you really only need about 3 to 3.5%. If you buy a Fannie Mae repoed house from Fannie Mae, they'll do a loan for you for 3%, and we can get a loan there for you. And if you buy an FHA house, it's 3.5%. And if you are a veteran who has been honorably discharged and you have your veterans program set up for your it's called your eligibility certificate. If you have that set up for yourself, you can buy with no money down, and the seller must pay all the closing costs. In that FHA closing costs, we do normally get the seller to pay for it, but it's a negotiated item versus VA. It is not, and 3% down too as well. So if you really think about the average price there, Southern California for a property, medium or average price is about $500,000. So 3% is $15,000, 3.5% is $17,000, I believe, in change. Let me see. We got another. It's about $17,500, and no money down, up to $627,000 for veterans. So of course your mortgage payment is going to be a lot higher. You don't get a break on the mortgage payment. And the interest rate for veterans and for FHA is a tad bit higher than loans from a bank, but that's okay. The ability to qualify and the parameters of qualifying for FHA and VA loans is loosened up a little bit, because they want you to invest in home ownership, and they want to give you a thank you for serving our great country, the United States of America, as a veteran. But you have to be honorably discharged, and you have to have your eligibility certificate ready to go. It doesn't take much to get that if you're honorably discharged. So another way to buy is to buy under market properties. This is how you make money, buying under market properties. And boy, I've got a lot of those. The market is growing a little fatter on the bottom end for these properties that are starting to get in trouble. People that just can't make their loan payments for whatever reasons, a myriad of reasons. And so you can buy under market properties that for whatever reasons they need to be sold quicker than others. Saying hi to Annette, Annette. That's a beautiful name. You know, my grandma's name was Annette. They called her Anne, and my mother's name was Annette as well. So I loved Annette. I wanted to name my daughter Tony, because sometimes Annette or Nettie or Ann. It can be Ann or Tony or Antoinette. It's kind of a nickname. I wanted to name my daughter Tony. Tony. What was the middle name? Oh, yeah. Tony Natalie Torrero. Tony Natalie or Natalia Torrero. And I was stopped from doing that because I almost got it. I almost got it. Tony or Annette or Antoinette. Tony Antoinette or Tony Natalie Torrero. Now, you know why I wanted to do that, Annette? And that's one of our viewers here on Facebook.com/Jesse Torrero. Because I wanted the initials to be TNT. TNT! Dynamite! Yeah! But I got caught at the last second. So, my daughter's name is Ryan Danielle Torrero. RDT's in the house. Sounds like a wrestler, huh? Rod Van Dam. RVD? Well, RDT. Well, she's a professional soccer player playing for the Chicago Red Stars, and she's about ready to sign off on her contract to play for the Chilean national team in the World Cup in France this year in June. So that's about ready to happen. And then if they win just one game, they get to play in the Olympics the following year. Isn't that cool? Yeah, she's just terrific. She's also one of the top models, one of the top athletic fitness models for something that's called Lulu. I think that's it. Lulu World or something like that. One of the top fitness agencies, magazines, and what have you not. Anyhow, so much for that story. But one of the things is you buy property that's under market. Now, I've got a ton of property under market. In fact, I got one right now that I can tell you about. It's in Harbor City. It's a one-bedroom, one-bath condo. You say, well, I'm not going to buy a one-bedroom, one-bath condo. Saying hi to the Jolton J. Jeff Langton, who has us on, $1 million Money-Making Monday. So we're talking real estate right now, but we got a lot of topics to talk about here. We're going to cover about making some money, baby. That's right. Putting some extra money in your pocket. That's what we do. We want you to get really rich and wealthy here. And I want to be a part of that because it's a good thing that you're making more money, because then hopefully you'll come back and buy a piece of real estate through me, and I can do your loan, and we can have a happy relationship the rest of our lives together. Hey, that sounds like a good thing. How you win, they win, then I win. That's kind of what win-win-win is all about, building that triangle. Anyhow, I've got a one-bedroom, one-bath condo in Harbor City. Now, that's like 10 minutes from the beach, 5 minutes from the beach, actually. It's right down there by Redondo Beach, Hermosa, El Segundo. And it's just it's beautiful. Palos Verdes, San Pedro, it's gorgeous, and it is 10% under market. 10% under market because the seller is motivated. This property is located in Harbor City, one bedroom, one bath condo. Beautiful, man. If you are a single woman, or a woman, a young lady going to college, or you as parents are trying to find a place for your daughter to live or your son, why pay rent? Buy something. You're going to pay you'll pay less than you would in terms of rent, and you'll get an equity build up. So let's look for something under market. Makes sense, right? Totally safe building, only 16 units, cameras all over everywhere, 24 hours a day. Totally great, nice area. I mean, I was out there showing the property to a couple clients of mine. 10% on the market at $309 and change. It's worth about $330. And the seller is looking to negotiate, so bring your best offer on this. You can pick this up under market, so you immediately have an equity value in the property. You have to have at least 5% down to buy this one, because FHA is not acceptable for this particular complex. But 5% down, that's $15,000 and change, and I can make that happen for you with probably about a 4%, 3.875 interest rate to a 4.187, I believe. Yeah, 4.125 interest rate. I can make that happen for you. And you're getting some of this 10% on the market, maybe 11% by the time negotiation goes on. Sellers motivated to sell. So you see, there's one right there off the top of my head, and that's like my pick of the week right now. But there's some other great ones out there. So you want to look for undervalued market, undervalued houses in the marketplace, because that allows you then to, when you purchase, you're buying an equity position immediately. And I've got about 300 of those at my fingertips, okay? All over LA County. All kinds of properties. You can flip them, you can keep them. I suggest you keep them. I'll tell you a strategy there as we move on here. Another way to buy is with OPM, other people's money. If you have a friend that's got more money than you or whatever, you put the deal together. I'll help you do that. You use their money. Give them a big percentage. Don't go 50-50. Give them 75% of whatever you make. Why not? You don't have the money to put it down, so get a little bit at a time. Give them all the profits, right? They can have the tax write-offs. You just want to be able to flip that, sell it, or whatever, and get your cash payout, and then move on to the next one. And do that over and over and over a couple of times. Do that maybe 4, 5, 6 times. Now you got a portfolio of money in your pocket, and you pay down some of those credit cards, pay off that car, get that FICO score up, and now you can do it by yourself and get 100% of the profit. Sometimes you have to start things with baby steps. Another thing is to look for people that'll carry. I got a seller right now that'll carry back a good portion of his property. It's a gold mine I'm selling. It's a gold mine. I'm selling a gold mine in Los Angeles City. That's right, up in the Los Angeles National Forest, San Gabriel Mountains up there. I've got a gold mine, 20 plus acres, and it is a legitimate gold mine. You can pan for gold in the river up there and find gold. So I've got that for sale, and he's willing to carry back paper. So come with like 30 or 40% down, or he'll carry back paper. It's $875. So with very favorable terms, interest only. We can make that happen real quick, okay? Because he owns it free and clear. It's a piece of land. So you want to look for owner will carry property too. And I probably have about 50 or 60 of those right now in my portfolio. What I suggest is you don't sell. What you do is you buy and refi. Buy, refi, buy, refi. Buy, refi, pull that money out because it's tax-free money. Loan money and interest money is tax-free. So you buy and refi, you buy and refi, buy and refi. Now you got tax-free money that you don't have to pay any tax on. So let's say if you can do this 3 or 4 or 5, 6 times in 2 years, you probably could put together a mass of $100, $150, $200,000 if you find somebody out there that will help you and back you up, a good friend, brother, cousin, mother, father, whatever. Put together a couple of guys from work or whatever, or find somebody that'll invest in you like that, and you find out the problem, give them 75% of the profit. They get the property in their name. You keep a contract, and then you refinance it. I'll do the refi for you, pull it out, the property's worth more, maximize the pull out, rent it out, rents are high, so you'll cover the mortgage, taxes, and insurance. You take that money, make your split with your partner, and you got tax-free money. At the end of the year, you don't have to claim it as profit because it's tax-free. There's a way to do that, okay? Now, you do that 4, 5, 6 times, now you're going to have a nest egg, a couple $100,000 within a very short period of time, only 2 years or so if you do it right and follow my plan. And by the way, this is how Donald Trump got wealthy. His father bought and refied, and he bought and refied. Never sold anything. He has everything. Kept everything. Refied. Took loan money. Took the bank's money. Why not? They're taking your money. They don't care about you. Why should you care about them? Get their money and get going what you got to do. This is how you become wealthy. This is how the rich become rich. They don't become rich by working hard. They don't become rich by slaving at the grindstone every day. What they do is they borrow money. They become rich working hard in their brain. Okay, so you buy and hold, buy and hold, buy and hold. Now at the end of the 10 years, you might have 15 or 20 properties that you are part of, and so maybe you only have a 25% stake. It's pretty darn good, isn't it? You got your cash out, man. I think you're living in the high life, buddy. That's right. So that's a plan that I can put together for you. I do it for a lot of people. All right, so we talked about real estate. If you want to find out more info, contact us at facebook.com/Jesse Torrero Broker. Okay, facebook.com/Jesse Torrero Broker, and we can help you with that in terms of selling, buying, refi, loan, private money, hard money, real estate, all over, anywhere. Okay, 5-county region I cover. Okay. The market's hot right now. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 escrows going right now. So, and the market's hot, and you need to get hot too, baby. That's right. All right. You need to get hot with this marketplace. I mean, everybody else is. Why can't you? The only reason why you can't is because you haven't. And the only reason why you haven't is because you haven't made the choice that this is what you want to do, and that is you want to get wealthy and make money. You make that choice, I'll help you do what you got to do in the real estate and loan marketplace, okay? You will, I promise, be a very happy camper at some point in the very near future. And maybe you just might be a happy camper after the first deal. I mean, it's pretty amazing what you can accomplish in a very short period of time when you're working with somebody that knows what they're doing, or you know what you're doing. You know, it's a very, 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 very wonderful way. And remember this, one point. 90% of all the people that become wealthy in this country, 90% of them become wealthy because they bought real estate and they did something with it. It's $1 Million Money Making Monday. We're talking about making money in a lot of different ways today. We just covered some real estate angles for you. I hope that was cool and helped you out and got you focused. You can do it, my friends. You can make some money and make your dreams come true and have some renewable income, like renewable energy that goes on and on for the rest of your life. It's just a matter of making a choice that that's what you want to do. You know, you can keep doing whatever it is that you're doing, whether you're in entertainment business or whatever. It doesn't make any difference. But what you want to do is you want to be able to make some money. And that's really the key in life, is making money, because money gets you doing what you want to do, right? So look it, man, real estate is the best way to do it, but I got some other ways for you. You just got to make the choice to do it. I know you can. It's just about making a choice and changing your life. Okay, you want to change your life? I'll help you. I'll be your friend. I'll be your partner. I'll never leave you, man. Let me tell you, I've got clients I've had for 40 years, over thousands and thousands and thousands of transactions in a lot of different areas of making money. I'm not a qualified CPA. I am not a financial planner, but I tell you what, I've fallen flat on my butt and flat on my face enough times to know what not to do for me, Jesse T. But I always say, please talk with your tax planner, talk with your lawyer, talk with your financial advisor, talk with your CPA, especially about the things that we're going to talk about right now, because this moves a little bit out of the area of my expertise, but I do invest in all of these things and I want you to participate. The most important thing, though, you have to understand is that you have to, Melinda Spain, you have to make the choice to become wealthy. It's all about making money. That's all it is. I don't care how you make money. I don't care if you sell cherries on the side of the road or you sell cherry trees out of an orchard. It doesn't make any difference. It matters that you make money, because at the end of the day, when your life has got renewable income coming in every month and you are a happy camper, man, you got your bills paid off, a little bit of money in the bank, life becomes a lot easier. Hey, it doesn't solve all problems, but it sure is great to have money and have problems than have problems and have no money. You know what I'm saying? All right. Stand up. Be a hero. Don't lay down and be a coward. Make the choice. Pull the trigger. I'm here to help you. It's me, Jesse T. The Brown Beauty is always on duty. Let's talk about cryptocurrency right now. Okay, let's talk about cryptocurrency right now. It's all the rage again. Remember when it boomed up towards the end of last summer, and then all of a sudden it fell flat on its face? Totally fell flat on its face, my friends. It was just horrible over the holidays. I mean, everybody's like freaking out, right? Well, don't worry. You know, cryptocurrency is what's happening. You know, that's the That's the money of the future, or a variation of that. Yeah, I mean, I am talking about Bitcoins and Ethereum. This is where the money of the future is going to be, because you see, we're moving off the fractionalized fiat financial system that J.P. Morgan created in 1913 with the help of the most traitorous president the God country has ever seen, and that's Woodrow Wilson, with Obama who followed behind him. But that's a whole nother story. The fact is, during J.P. Morgan and Woodrow Wilson's time, back in the 1913s and the 1917s, when J.P. Morgan was one of the richest men in America, and they wield all of that power, you think they own the politicians now? Boy, they owned the politicians then like no other. That's right, and they bought the presidency, because Woodrow Wilson, on his parting gift to us, he gave us the IRS tax code, and he gave us the Federal Reserve. And they created the fractionalized financial fiat money system, and that scheme and scam, then after World War II, created the World Bank and the IMF, and then they just started knocking over country to country to country to put a centralized banking system into each country, and about 99% of all the countries, with the exception of 2, have a fractionalized fiat financial money-making system, and a centralized bank run by the WHO, directed by the IMF, and owned by the United States Federal Reserve. Okay? Now you got that in a nutshell? I went fast. Because you see, they're moving us off of that now. It's about 125 to 150, it's about 125 years old. It's dead. It's over with. It's gone. They're getting rid of coinage. They're getting rid of dollars. This is why you got everything slapping up on e-currency, automatic withdrawal, automatic deposits. This is why you got that card in your pocket and you don't have a couple $100 bills. They're moving you out of that. And they're going to swipe it now on the smartphones. It's already happened. You're seeing it in Amazon stores and everything like that. They're going to RFID chip you. The next generation of children born in this country are going to get an RFID chip. It's going to have their medical records. It's going to have everything about them, their lineage, who they are, where they came from, what they are, what ethnicity they are. And it's also going to have all their financial information on that RFID chip that's going to be inserted into their body, either through nanobots while in the womb, or the minute they come out, zapped into their finger right here, between here and here. Okay? It's going to happen. It's inevitable. And they're going to move us off of currency. They're changing it, because they don't want you to know what you have. Simple. If you don't know what you have, they got you. And if you don't have it, they got you. This is why I always say you got to buy silver. Silver at $16, $17 an ounce right now. I think it's 15 something. Gold, you got to buy some gold at $1,333 an ounce. Last time I checked, it may have went down a little bit, but it went up about $100. So you got to buy some silver and gold, because that is real. Got it? You can't take that away from you. Put it in the safe. All right. But cryptocurrency is back, because this is where you're going to go. This is where it's going to go. So what you want to do, I posted this up on my Facebook timeline at facebook.com/Jesse Torrero Broker. Cryptocurrency is back. I want you to read this article. Cryptocurrency market started this week with an impressive rally. Rising from 120.91 billion to as high as 126.391 billion in one day. That's how much was traded, okay? So cryptocurrency is back. Has sizable gains. When you invest in something, stay there. Don't let it don't back out. It will come back. If you do anything, Tracy Ellman, when you invest in something and it really dips, you invest more. Be aggressive, because it will come back. Bitcoins and Ethereum is not going away. Okay, it is not going away. It goes up and down. It's very volatile. It's going to make your stomach turn. It's going to give you a migraine headache. But 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years from now, you'll be a very happy camper. I have cryptocurrency. I got some Bitcoins from a long time ago. Long time ago. Long time ago. Just keep it. So let's sit there. Up and down, up and down, up and down. It's up more than it was when I bought it. Good Jewish businessmen always say this: if you can open the door tomorrow and you broke even today, you're still in business. That's an old Jewish proverb that I learned from an old Jewish guy when I was like 13 years old, and he was like 90. All right, so Bitcoins, cryptocurrency. Really look into that again. The top 10 cryptocurrencies are all climbing, led by Ethereum and Bitcoin. Okay, and I got this article and I want you to read it. Now these are the top ones: Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin. I liked Litecoin when it came out. EOS, Bitcoin Cash, which is different than Bitcoin. Tether, Tron, Stellar, Bitcoin, Beyonce coin. I won't get that just because it's Beyonce. Forget that, even though it's probably not related. But anyhow, you want to look into that. So look at Bitcoin coin because it's going up again, all right? So I wanted to let you know about that. We talked about gold and silver. Now, there's something that I've been pounding hard. And the reason why I've been pounding this hard is because this really is where I believe investing in the stock market. I mean, I know a lot of cats that do that, and they're really good at it, you know. They watch that stuff, but you got to watch it. But this stuff, this IPO stuff, I think it's all the rage. Look at, let me just go digress a little bit back into history. If you would have got AOL when it went IPO means that it's an initial public offering from a private. They ran out of money, can't raise any more private money, so they're going to raise public money and sell off stock. Okay, if you'd done that in AOL, you'd be a happy guy, a happy girl, Tracy Ullman. That's right. You'd be happy, Tracy Ullman. Okay? Melinda, Spain, you'd be really happy. You know my family's from Spain. I'm a Spanish Italian. Yeah. And a little mix of a few other things, too. Scott Irish. That's what gives me that. That Jesse T look. All right, so don't wish anymore. If you would have wished, you would have voted and got yourself on the money train of Microsoft, wouldn't you? Or Apple. Or what about that company? What about that one company called Facebook? Or the many other companies that started as private companies and had to go IPO. All of them started at private companies. All of them. Any company you can imagine started at private companies and they had to go IPO. Initial public offering. Well, I've been on this. I've been on this tip, and I am excited about this. So I got to get some driving, funky bass music, man. Yeah, I need some of that. Because we're talking about the future now. IPO. Gotta do some research around this. I'm gonna get you motivated though. Don't be left out. Don't be saying if I coulda, woulda, shoulda 10 years from now. Because 3 companies I'm gonna tell you about and a new one I'm gonna tell you about last. We gotta get some funky delicious going though right now. Yeah. Because having money is funky delicious. IPOs, man, you got to get involved with them. I got some info on my timeline page, okay? Facebook timeline. Yes, facebook.com/Jesse Torrero. You got to get involved in this, okay? Broker. All right? Facebook.com/Jesse Torrero Broker. Also, you can catch it on my Facebook timeline page. Cryptocurrency we talked about. We're talking about IPOs now. The wave of the future. And the future is here. Get involved. We talked about Uber. Yes, Uber has hired JP Morgan, or is about to handle their IPO explosion. Did you know that Uber is still private? Forget about driving, man. Take some of your money and buy some Uber stock, some pre-IPO stock. Get in touch with JP Morgan. They'll set you up. Also, Lyft. Lyft is doing that too. Now, I like Lyft better, but hey, it don't matter to me. Money's money. Now, we've been talking about those for about 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks now. But I'm going to give you another one, guys. So you ready? This is something new. Jesse T's breaking news for you. IPO, initial public offering. 2019 is going to be the year of massive IPO offerings, the stuff you already use every single day. We're talking about high-tech apps. You use them. How about this one? Wouldn't you have liked to gotten Amazon when they went IPO? I remember when all these companies went IPO. I only got involved in Facebook. Silly me. But I'm not wish it coulda, shoulda, ifa anymore. Pinterest. Yeah, Pinterest. Millions and millions and millions and millions and tens of millions of subscribers. Pinterest, I had no idea was private. Goldman Sachs just signed a contract with Pinterest to take them IPO. Go for it. No if I coulda, woulda, shoulda. You got to do this. IPO, man. Pinterest. Look into it. Contact all the people you got to contact that you trust. Talk about it. Read about it. I posted up some stuff about it. You can catch it on Jesse Torrero's page, which is facebook.com/Jesse Torrero Broker. That's where I put all this good information. IPOs, baby, that's the way to go. Hey, it's $1 Million Money Making Monday. I told you we're going to cover a lot. We've already covered a lot, and good to have you along with me because we got more to cover than just this. Oh, yeah, we got so much more to cover. We're about halfway through the show. But I always wanted to know about, what do the wealthy really pay in taxes? Because you know something, the Democrats and the Republicans, and you guys know I call them the Demo-crazies and the stinky Republicans. You just can't trust what fake news media is saying about what they really pay in taxes. So I did some homework, and I really wanted to find out what they really pay in taxes. What do the wealthy really pay in taxes? Okay, what are they paying? And everybody says that they don't pay this, and everybody's up against them that they don't pay, that they do pay. But what do the wealthiest of Americans pay? I mean, everybody's mad at them because they're saying they don't pay enough. They say they don't pay enough of their fair share. They say they don't pay enough of what they should be paying. That's interesting. That's a very interesting thought. What do the wealthy really pay in taxes? What do they pay? What are they really dishing out every year? Oh yeah, we heard the story about Amazon not paying anything. Well, that's a corporation. That's not Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos ends up paying something personally, okay? But the corporations, hey, you got to have corporations that are in business, and they got to be healthy. Otherwise, there's no jobs. Okay? Come on, guys. Come on, think about that for a second. If you got nowhere to work to make $100,000 a year or $55,000 a year, then what are you going to do with your life, right? So corporations, hey, give them a break. They got to make some money. They employ a lot of people. All right, so that's my take. That's my take on that. We're always down on the companies, but they seem to be able to put your kids into school and get you a brand new car, don't they? So what do the wealthy really pay in taxes? So I did some homework trying to find out what the wealthy really pay in taxes. Oh, did you hear about? I love calling her the bug-eyed, big-tooth babe. That's right, Cortez, the bug-eyed, big-tooth babe. She just cost the city of New York 25,000 jobs, and she's happy about that. Go figure, right? Go figure. Why don't people think? These are some questions that just kind of pop into my head all the time. What do, and one of them is, what do wealthy people really pay in taxes in terms of versus what you and I pay? Okay, what do they really pay? And the information I found out was really interesting because it's different than what most people think. Because they may make a lot of that money, and they may have more money after they pay taxes. Well, they should because they made more money. Rightfully so. It's common sense, right? But are they paying their fair share? Are they really paying their fair share? Okay, well, let's break it down here. The share of income earned. Hey, saying hi to Taz Zarat. Haven't seen you in a while, Taz. How you been, brother? It's $1 Million Money Making Money. We talk about making money. We talked about real estate making money, cryptocurrency making money, gold and silver, REITs, how to get money out of other people to buy real estate. We talked about IPOs. Now we're going to talk about a little bit of what wealthy people really pay in taxes. The share of income earned by the top 1% of taxpayers rose to 20.6% in 2014. Their share of federal individual income tax also rose to 39.5% in 2014. The top 50% of all taxpayers paid 97% of all individual income tax, while the bottom 50% paid the remaining 2.7% as of 2017. What? What? Wait a minute. Say that again. Jesse T, you got to say that again. It can't be true. It's just not true. Not according to old Bug Eyes. Not according to the Witch of the West. The Wicked Witch of the West. Yes, Maxine, the Wicked Witch of the West. Not according to Frankenstein Feinstein and Pigalicious Pigalosi and Dick Shiny Head Schumer. Oh no! Say that again, Jesse T. The share of income earned by the top 1% of taxpayers rose to 20% in 2014. Their share of federal income tax, federal individual income tax. Yeah, Bezos' company may not pay tax, but he is. He's going to pay up to 40% in 2014. The top 50%. A latest study in 2017, the top 50% of all taxpayers in the United States of America, the top 50% of all taxpayers in the United States of America paid 97.3% of all the income tax in America. All the individual income tax. While the bottom 50% only paid 2.7% income tax. Wait, I gotta get some fun music here. Wow. The top 50% of all Americans who make money paid 97% of the taxes. And the bottom 50% only paid 2.7%? Top 97% paid 50. Sorry, wait a minute. The top 50%. Wait a minute. I'm so confused right now. I got to reread it. Wait a second. Yeah. The top 50% of all high-income earners paid 97% of tax. 97%, 97%, 97% of the tax. The bottom 50% paid 2.7%. Oh, Bug Eyes, Mule Teeth Cortez wants to tax you at 90% with her turban head Islamic sister in Congress wants to tax you 90%. Wow, they're already paying 97% of the tax in America. Wait a second. You're only paying 2.7% of all the taxes. Boy, I sure am glad there's a Second Amendment and I got my firearms. Bullets and Band-Aids, baby. So what do wealthy, elite Americans really pay in taxes, you ask me, Jesse T? Well, I'm asking you, Jesse T. Well, I know you're asking me, Jesse T. So I'm going to tell you, Jesse T. The top 50% of all taxpayers paid 97.3% of all individual taxes in the United States of America. Wow. The bottom 50% paid the remaining 2.7%. On the average, taxpayers making less than $30 paid 4.9% compared to 9.2% of those making $50,000 to $100,000, and 27% of those who make over $2 million. Oh, yes! So, ladies and gentlemen, the next time somebody says to you, let's tax the rich, let's tax them some more, we need more of their money, they're dirty rat bastards, what you tell them is this: take a walk on a short bridge and have fun swimming in the Pacific Ocean. Because we learned today that the wealthy already pay 97% of the tax in the United States of America. Okay, it's $1 Million Money Making Monday. It's time now. It's time for us to go back and look at some cool things like I got a job for you. That's right. I found some cool jobs, guys, and I want you to write this down. If you're looking to better yourself this year and you want to make some more money or you want to get another kind of job, I got 5 jobs. You ready? I'm going to go fast through these, okay? I posted this up too. I post everything up, man. I'm poster child for post-ups, okay? Here's 5 cool jobs, okay? All right, you ready? With expected growth, that's going to be huge growth over the next few decades, especially the next 10 years, okay? One great job that you need to really look into, and that is, of course, steady income growing. And we're talking about makeup artists. Makeup artists, ladies. Makeup artists make an average of $59,300 a year. Makeup artists. Yeah. And the projected job growth is 12% through 2026. So that's pretty cool, huh? $59,300 a year, makeup artists. Pile driver operators. Now, I'm not talking about sitting on the toilet. Pile driving, baby. No. These are construction workers who operate large machines that lay the building blocks for structures commonly built in water, such as retaining walls, bridges, and piers alongside mountains, too, as well. The machines are mounted on skids, barges, or cranes and used to hammer piles, these giant cement and steel piles, which are long, heavy beams of concrete, wood, or steel into the ground to support the buildings that are built on top. Pile drivers can also be found working on offshore oil rigs. And hey, that's right, $57,650 a year. That's what pile drivers make. An average with growth up to 15% by the year 2026. Pat Garrett, man. I wonder if you are the Pat Garrett who got Billy the Kid. Ah, you got that name. I bet you've been joked like that so many times, huh, Pat Garrett? Yes, I know you have. But hey, come on. Jesse T can't pass up some humor. I love it, man. Pat Garrett. He's the guy who got Billy the Kid. Not this Pat Garrett. Hey, Pat Garrett, good to have you along with us. We're talking about $1 Million Money Making Monday. We're looking at 5 cool jobs for folks who want to make more money. And you don't have to have a college degree for these. That's right. How about property, real estate, and community association managers? Please take that job. Like Johnny Paycheck used to say, and shove it, because I don't like doing that job. But it pays $59,670 a year, with a 10% growth over the year through the year 2026. Property, real estate, and community association managers. I just don't have the patience for it, man. I manage my own stuff and a few selected clients, but that's it. But hey, sometimes you get free rent. Yeah, that's a cool side effect here, huh? What's that worth? $24,000 a year, $30,000 a year in rent. So that job's really an $80,000 or $90,000 a year job, right? Here's another one: construction and building inspectors. Very good, man. This is a good one. Okay, projected growth over 10% by 2026, and the average income is $60,000 a year. That's starting income, guys. I know construction and building inspectors who are making $175,000 a year. Okay, here in LA. $150,000, $110,000. Okay, if you're a starting roofer for LA City, you're making $105,000 for a starting roofer. Okay, so this is a good job right here, guys. So 5 great jobs, you know. 5 great jobs I want you to do. Here's another one. First-line supervisors of construction trades and extraction workers. Woo! $64,000 a year. These are people that are responsible for coordinating and overseeing the activities or construction or extraction works. Okay? Electrical power line installers and repairers, $70,000 a year with 14% growth by 2026. You do not need a college education for this. 70 grand. You just got to get through high school. Elevator installers and repairers, $80,000 a year. Elevator installers and repairers with 12% growth. $80,000. Man, I might do that. That looks pretty good, huh? Wow. Cool, man. Hey, I got that posted up on my Facebook timeline page. I want you to check it out because, hey, look we're all about making money, right? That's really what it's all about. And I really want you guys to do better with what you do in terms of your living. Because if you're making more money, that means I'm making more money. Because you're going to come back to me. I know you are. You're going to come back to me, and we're going to help you buy some more real estate. And you're going to become a multi-millionaire because, as I said earlier today, most real estate millionaires, most people become multi-millionaires in America. 85 to 90% of them become multi-millionaires in America by buying real estate. And at $80,000 a year repairing elevators, you should be able to save some money. Next, we are going. What? No. The Mambo Kings. Wait a second. Is Armand Asante going to check in from the Mambo Kings? I'm doing business with him right now, Armand. He's probably watching. The Mambo King himself, Armand Asante, huh? That's a great movie. Man, he played the best Gotti, too. Better than John Travolta's Gotti, I think. Hey. We are going to be talking about in just a few seconds how to finance your dreams. Clark Tang's checking in. $1 Million Money Making Monday, baby. Clark Tang is checking in. Seafood Clark Tang, thanks a lot, man. All right, hey, I got to roll with Samuel Kwok. That was a lot of fun. And one of my main guys passed away. Great Grandmaster Hawkins Show. God bless his soul. Yep, used to roll with him too. At Gary Lamb's backyard. OG guy, that's me, Wing Chun. All right, we're going to be talking about financing your dreams now. Are you ready? I'm going to give you guys something that I don't share with everybody. Because it's something that I do. But, what? What? You think I share all of my secrets? You think all of my secrets are free? Yeah. You gotta pay. Hey, I've had my fair share of broken noses and bloodied eyeballs from getting beat up financially. Had to repair myself 3 times. Up, down, going back up, baby. Come on, you gotta have some finance making money with some fun, you know? That's how damn the man dances. Dan the Man's my sidekick. Well, constantly he's kicking me in the side. Let's talk about financing your dreams right now. Are you ready? This is a secret that I don't share with too many people, but I'm going to share it with you. In fact, I had to write it down, you know, because I wasn't going to share it with you, because it's really hard for me to do it out of my brain, because my brain shuts my mouth down. But if I write it down, then I guess I should share it with you, right? So that's what I'm going to do, okay? So, okay. Financing your dreams. I want you to get up off your tuchus, and I want you to go to the banks, small and medium-sized banks, not the big boys, because they're idiots. Go to the small and medium-sized banks, maybe a bank that just opened up, or a new bank. You can go online and find out where all the new banks are opening up. They're opening up all the time across California. And you go ask them that you want a line of credit. A business, not a credit card. You want a business line of credit. I'm going to let that sink in for a second. And they're going to say, no. And you're going to say, why? And they're going to say, well, who are you? And you're going to say, I've got a new business. I'm new in town. And they're going to say, well, what's your business? You're going to say, well, you know, I make widgets for a living. And you're going to say, well, everybody makes widgets for a living. And you're going to say, yeah, but my widgets are really good and I need a line of credit to get going. I'm going to employ a whole bunch of people in your town. And you're a new bank and you need some new clients. And you need a client like me because I'm starting out just like you, and we can work together and create a lot of employment and a big tax base. And he's going to say, well, let me see your business plan. You're going to say, well, I don't have a business plan. But I do have this one sheet about my business, and you can look at that. And he's going to say, let me see it. And you're going to say, okay. If it makes sense, though, you're going to say, if it makes sense to you, we talking about a line of credit? Because I know you make the decisions here. Because remember, you always want to go to somebody that makes the decisions. They can pull it right there for you. Pull the trigger. Well, I don't make the decisions. Oh, so it goes to a centralized regional decision-making process? Yes, okay, we'll have a nice day. Hey, my sheet of paper back. Thank you. You're going to go to the next bank. And you're going to do that 200 times. That's going to be your weekend, that's going to be like your vacation. Right? And you're going to find a bank that's going to give you a business line of credit. And I don't care how much it is. Ask for a ton. Ask them, how much of a business line of credit will you give a new business? $1 million? $100,000? Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take that business line of credit and you're going to build on it. And you're going to go to another bank. You're going to deposit that business line of credit. You're going to take some money out of it and you're going to deposit it. And you're going to create yourself a bank account. Cash flow of a business line of credit. Then what you're going to do? See, I'm telling you, man, I'm giving you guys, man. I'm not going to tell you. No, nobody cares. I'm not going to tell you my secrets. No. Nobody cares. No one wants to know my secret. Nah, I'm not going to tell you. Nah, you don't need to know my secret. No. Oh, you want to know my secret though, huh? Oh. Okay, I'll give you my secret. Before you can do that, you have to do one very important thing. And that's you have to incorporate. Listen to me closely. You have to incorporate Chapter S or Chapter C corporation in the state of California. Okay? Preferably, you go to a state that has no taxes, like Nevada. And you incorporate there. And then what you do, you file for a Dun & Bradstreet rating. They're the big company that's been around for 100 years, and they rate every single company. It's $1 million money-making Monday, Danny Lopez. We're talking about making money, and I'm giving away one of my secrets that I don't give to anybody. But I'm giving away free. I don't give away all my secrets, but I'm giving away this one. Okay? You got to incorporate. And when you get that done, right, you get a Dun & Bradstreet rating. God, I'm telling you, I can't believe I'm telling you guys this. Okay? You get a Dun & Bradstreet rating. Okay? They're the company that rates all corporations. It's like you've heard in the news, America gets rated, a credit rating. Well, that's what they do. They give you a credit rating. And, of course, your credit rating is great. Right? Because it's just starting out. No credit rating is better than having a bad credit rating. Okay? Because the only way you can go is good. And that's up. All right. Then what you do is you go to one of your local banks with your articles of incorporation, your meetings, and a letter from Dun & Bradstreet with your credit rating, and you say, can I get a debit card or a credit card? Maybe max out $500. Or if they won't give you a credit card, you put $500 in and get a debit card. Open up a bank account against that debit card under the company name. Now, you're creating credit. You pay it back. Don't pay it off. Always leave about $100 left, $50 left on the card. Don't ever pay it off. And get another one. And get another one online. And another one. And another one. And get at least 20 of them. But don't pay it off. Okay? Just keep them low. Use them. Right? Then what you do is you go to a computer store, not Apple. Forget them. They won't do anything. You go to a small computer store that has credit. And you apply for their credit with your company name. And you buy a computer on credit. You pay it off. Then you go to a used car lot. And you go and you get a 10-year-old car, 5-year-old car. And they have financing. And you've got a little credit score now with your Dun & Bradstreet. You pull a credit report. And they say, oh, wow, your company's making a little bit of money. Okay, great. Now you build some credit. You get a car. So the first one turns you down. You'll find someone out in the state of California, a used car lot, that has financing that'll give you credit in your corporate name. You will. Now you're building some corporate credit. You go to your local flower shop. Don't do it online. Local flower shop. Go in person. There you go. Got it? And then what you do? Now you go back to the bank. You spend 6 to 9 months doing that. How motivated you are. Then you go back to the bank. And you go bank door knocking to interview bankers. They're not interviewing you. You're going to go interview them. When you walk in, you say, hi, Mr. Banker. My name is Jesse T. I'm here to interview you. I'm new in town. My business is new and I make widgets. And I want to employ a lot of people here. I see that your town has lots of unemployment. So I want to employ a lot of people here that are unemployed. I'm going to pay them good and give them benefits. And I need a line of credit. Are you the decision maker? And what is the max on your line of credit you can give a new business? He'll tell you. Because that's a new bank. And they're new in town too. And they need clients. They need business clients. And so you get a line of credit. Then you go to another bank. And another bank. And another bank. And in a year's time, year and a half's time, you're worth $1 million line of credit. Now what you do? What do you do with that? Gee whiz. That means you can pull money out. You could buy a car. You could buy a house. Office, a down payment on an office building. And then what do you do with that? What do you do with that? Where do you go with that idea? Where could you possibly go with that idea? Who do you go back to with that idea? Who could that possibly be that you go back with that idea, huh? Who could that be? Jesse T. That's what you do. And I help you get a real estate loan in your company name, under your company name. And you got the down payment. And you're using OPM. Of course, I'm not a certified planner, and I'm not a tax attorney, and I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy. I'm a real estate broker. I'm an expert in real estate, loans, and notary, and all those kinds of things. But don't you think I haven't done this before? For other people? But I want you to pacify those that are skilled in that adventure, okay? You must go to those that know all the ins and outs of the laws. There'll be a few pitfalls here and there, but that's the basic idea. And it works. It's $1 Million Money Making Monday with Jesse T. The Brown Beauty is always on duty, helping you make as much money as you possibly can, because I want you to be wealthy, healthy, and well. I do. I want you to prosper. I want you to go all the way, baby. All the way, and don't come back. Don't be a shoulda, coulda, woulda, ifa. Be somebody that stands up. Be a hero in your family's eyes. Don't be a coward and lay down. Stand up and face the enemy with a sword and a shield. And the enemy is those that say you can't do what you want to do. I'm here to say you can, with the right information and the right team behind you. Let me be a part of your team. The Jesse T Show, Jesse T, $1 Million Money Making Monday. Contact me at 818-800-1343 or buy jesset.com or sell jesset.com or Mr. Soul, jesset.com. 1-800-684-8699. Saying hi to our sponsors. Thank you, Win-Win-Win Real Estate Loan and Notary Firm. Every day, every Monday, it's $1 Million Money Making Monday, baby. Today we talked about REITs, real estate. We talked about how to buy real estate, how to buy under market real estate, how to get people to help you buy real estate, how to buy and hold and refi, buy and hold and refi. We talked about the kind of loans. We talked about gold, silver, cryptocurrency. We talked about IPOs. We talked about what the really taxable income is coming from wealthy people. We gave you some good jobs. Man, we talked how to finance your dreams. We're red hot and rolling. It's the Jesse T Show. Wednesday, Frida Payne checking in studio at KTNT Radio and TV Network, right here on the Jesse T Show. That's Wednesday coming up here in just a couple of days, and where Roger Neal's going to be checking in to talk about the big Oscar party we're going to be a part of, and Edward Losey's going to be in talking about the big Oscar party we're going to be a part of at the Hollywood Gone Swinging Palladium. My friends, you have a good one. And give me a call if I can help you at 818-800-1343. The Brown Beauty is off duty. See ya!